In the previous video, the math guys discussed the current state of the modern card game industry and concluded that Hearthstone remains the most generous game on the market. But numbers on paper and theory can differ from reality, so I decided to see how it all works in practice.
Time to rock and roll!
Hello my friends. My name is Bot Mathematician and this is Holomancer.
Also, Chief Investigative Reporter Dora joined us this evening.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
For the third expansion in a row, the overall cost of collecting Hearthstone cards continues to decline. The development team has once again moved closer toward making Hearthstone effectively a free-to-play game, at least for regular and active players.
Dora has always been extremely skeptical about our calculations. She believes that facts must be verified through real experience. And we thought her suggestion to test our math in practice was a great idea.
I carefully recorded my entire progression throughout the Lost City of Ngoro phase to understand how many free resources players can earn and what the actual collection cost looks like. I hope this kind of data can be useful for optimizing in-game spending, choosing the right pre-order bundles, and perhaps even helping some players decide whether to return to the game after a long break.
Dear viewers, we'd greatly appreciate your like and subscription to the channel.
And, of course, a hit on that notification bell. That will help make this video more visible, which is the best reward for our work.
Let's get to the point. Like the guys, I'm a rational player. I save gold throughout each expansion phase to get a fast start once the next set launches. This approach lets me stay ahead of the progression curve. It allows me to open the maximum possible number of packs and plan my crafting goals in advance. But for the purpose of our analysis, your personal playstyle isn't critically important. Even if you spend gold regularly on packs throughout the expansion, the number and value of rewards remain roughly the same. Although I no longer really need in-game resources, I still buy the Tavern Pass about once a year to support the game's continued development. The Emerald Dream phase was one of those times when I decided to purchase it. In addition, I spent a lot of time playing right after rotation, which allowed me to earn extra gold for the Lost City of Ngoro, especially valuable since this expansion's phase was unusually short. At launch, I had 32 new packs earned from various pre-release and release day rewards, plus 8 standard packs that effectively convert into new packs after release, assuming you already have a broad card collection from previous expansions. On top of that, I earned 55 free packs during the Lost City of Ngoro phase through ranked rewards, tavern brawls, events, Twitch drops, the Masters Tour Champion prediction, and of course, free arena tickets. In addition, I gathered 5 golden packs and bought 95 more packs with gold at launch, while still saving some coins for the upcoming mini-set.
In total, Blizzard allowed players to earn around 95 current set packs, counting converted standard packs, through relatively simple in-game activities. Adding the gold purchased packs on top of that, a player with the Tavern Pass effectively receives rewards equivalent to nearly 2 mega pre-orders.
When it comes to collecting a wide set of cards, luck still plays a major role. We analyzed Dora's recorded pack opening statistics to determine her actual luck and how effectively those packs expanded her collection. We traditionally compiled this kind of personalized statistical breakdown for all our Epic Tier YouTube sponsors, as a small token of our gratitude for their support. So, after opening a total of 190 packs throughout the expansion, Dora pulled 11 regular legendary cards, one above average. However, she didn't find a single signature or golden legendary, even though the odds were quite favorable. To stay competitive and build a broad collection, the rarity finish of your cards doesn't matter much. Normally, 190 packs yield a bit over 12 legendaries, meaning Dora missed out on at least one. She also fell slightly short on epics, 39 instead of the expected 40. Her premium card rate ended up at only 72%, mainly due to the absence of a golden and a signature legendary. Taking all factors into account, her overall pack value was about 94%, slightly below the norm, effectively making her 190 packs worth around 180 in real value. In other words, about 10 of Dora's packs burned out due to below average luck and resource yield.
Beyond the rarity statistics, the usefulness of the cards you pull can also heavily influence your perceived luck. In previous expansions, my own epic drop rate was well above average. It even seemed like Blizzard had quietly tweaked the odds. But this time, at the start of the expansion, I had a record low number of epics, and most of them turned out to be rather useless. I had to craft 6 cards just to stay competitive. Later in the phase, the stats evened out slightly, mostly thanks to golden epics. I received twice the usual amount. While my number of regular epics was still below average, I nevertheless managed to complete 100% of the collection in normal quality, meaning all golden versions could safely be turned into dust.
Packs provide not only cards but also valuable crafting resources. Taking into account all current packs, Dora's golden copies and duplicates yielded a total of over 12,000 dust.
It's worth noting something important here. In the 8 years of running our channel, we have never once received any promotional gifts or partner rewards from Blizzard, unlike many other creators. We've also never directly purchased in-game resources with real money. Despite that, over 11 years we've accumulated an enormous amount of dust purely through legitimate free-to-play methods. Since we identify as free-to-play players, our team has one crucial rule. We never spend more than 5,200 dust per expansion phase on crafting cards. Still, we do tend to spend a bit more time in the game than the average player, and occasional purchases of the Tavern Pass give us a bit more gold and other resources, which helps expand our collection. This self-imposed restriction helps us understand the real cost of playing in the meta and the challenges faced by players with more limited resources.
This time, however, I hit my self-imposed limit far too quickly because of a low epic drop rate and the poor quality of the epics I did get. Normally, that limit is enough to craft 2 or 3 legendary cards during an expansion phase. This time I managed to craft only 1. Because of the weak epics early on, I essentially lost dust that could have gone toward crafting 1 more legendary. In this case, the card I really wanted was Enter the Lost City, the only key card from the set I still don't have. At the moment, my collection is missing another 7 legendaries. Out of the 12,000 dust I earned, I spent only 4,000, leaving me with around 8,000 dust. Enough to craft 5 more legendaries. Even if I ignored my personal restrictions, I still wouldn't have enough to finish the collection, since I'd need 3 more legendaries on top of that. So, even after participating in all the activities and getting a little more gold thanks to the Tavern Pass, it's still impossible to gather enough resources to complete the entire collection.
Not exactly. There are still a few resource sources you didn't include in your calculations, and they're quite important.
This expansion phase is truly unique. For the first time, Blizzard gave every player a free pre-constructed deck. If you're an active player, such decks usually don't offer much value, since you likely already own most of the cards. Still, those decks typically contain 2 legendaries and 4 epics. Add in the rares and commons, and that's roughly 1,400 dust just from disenchants.
On top of that, this time we received 6 in-game events instead of 4. For the first time ever, the team gave away 4 epic cards, which helped me complete my epic collection before the phase ended. Also, for the first time, players received a random legendary card from the newest expansion, an extremely generous and useful reward for expanding any collection. And let's not forget the 2 golden packs. When considering all golden packs combined, players have a decent chance to find a golden legendary, though of course that's never guaranteed.
Dora, don't forget about the 9 packs from previous expansions that were given out at the start of the phase, for participating in the event. That's another reliable source of crafting dust you overlooked.
In the coming weeks, another Community Day event is on the horizon. Last time, players were able to earn 10 more packs, including 3 current set packs, 4 future expansion packs and 3 from previous expansion. On average, each of those older packs yields about 100 dust when fully disenchanted. Add to that the rare cards earned from ranked rewards and the dust from the pre-constructed deck, and that gives players enough resources to craft roughly 2 additional legendary cards, out of the 3 still missing. Another key feature of this phase was the Dark Moon Fair Treasures event, which appeared 3 times. While many players dislike the idea of in-game gacha-style item sales, this system can actually help expand a collection for free-to-play players. The chance to earn a golden pack is quite high, slightly boosting the odds of finding a golden legendary. There's even a tiny chance to get premium design legendary cards. In fact, Dora got quite lucky here. She pulled a golden legendary card, which further expanded her collection. Of course, not everyone can count on such luck.
So, if we factor in all these previously overlooked rewards, you can reliably extract enough resources to craft almost 2 more legendaries. And if you add the legendary I failed to find in packs, plus account for the poor usefulness of early epics that forced me to spend dust on crafting, then I would indeed have had enough resources to finish the collection. And that's not even the end of it. The current phase isn't over yet. I'll still receive a few more packs before the next expansion's release, and certainly several after it. That means there's still a decent chance to pull 1 more legendary card. If my luck had been just a little better, the total cost of completing the collection wouldn't even have equaled the full price of the Tavern Pass. Just one of its components, the XP boost, which gave me roughly 1,500 extra gold at the start of this game year.
Knowing the total amount of resources players received during the current expansion phase, we scaled those results forward to estimate what players can expect in the next expansion, giving you a clear picture of potential rewards.
The total cost of a full collection, including the mini-set, is estimated to equal 321 packs. Promotional cards and special rewards earned during the first 100 levels of the rewards track will together cover about 17% of that cost, equivalent to 55 new packs. The next expansion phase may last about a month longer. The first phase of the year was nearly a month shorter, while the second followed the standard duration. If the next one runs for roughly 140 days, players will have more time to earn gold through gameplay and quests. Playing just 1 hour every 3 days for 5 months can yield about 10 packs worth of gold, while completing all quests should provide enough gold to purchase around 29% of the collection, about 92 packs. The contribution from achievements is negligible, even if you complete a third of them. If the phase lasts 20 weeks, players can earn another 20 packs from Tavern Brawls. Reaching the Diamond 5 rank brings rewards equivalent to about 32 current set packs. Twitch drops add at least 5% of the full collection's value, and often more. Finally, there are event rewards, which saw the biggest growth during the Lost City of Ngoro phase. If Blizzard maintains this level of generosity, players can expect event rewards worth roughly 18% of a full collection. Altogether, the projected cost of completing a full collection may be just over $15, the price of the mini-set plus a few additional packs, assuming average luck and at least 2 premium legendary cards pulled from packs. If, however, you aim to get everything completely free, you'll need to climb an additional 48 levels on the rewards track. That means spending an additional 80 minutes each day in competitive play.
Moreover, all these calculations completely ignore resource manipulation tactics. Even with few nerfs this phase, I managed to extract over 2,000 dust from extra copies alone. But I'd like to continue testing. Dear viewers, I was far less active during the Lost City of Ngoro phase and didn't buy the Tavern Pass, which mean I earned significantly less gold during Across the Timeways. If you'd like to see an analysis of progression without any monetary investment and under lower gold income, let us know in the comments. I'll be happy to keep tracking my progress for you.
In conclusion, I don't know of any other live service card game that provides such broad access to gameplay tools for so little cost or effort. While most new card games grow more expensive and manipulative over time, Hearthstone has been steadily moving toward a truly free-to-play model.
Hearthstone was indeed expensive during its first few years after release, but even then, its flexible progression system balanced things out fairly well. Over time, Blizzard has consistently introduced changes that lowered the overall cost of completing a collection. The game gradually transitioned from being conditionally friendly to being a genuinely generous economy. Despite this, Hearthstone still carries a reputation as an overpriced, greedy, and predatory game, a perception amplified by Blizzard's declining public image in recent years. But it's worth remembering, back in 2020, the total cost of all cards in an expansion was about $80. Yet all competitive decks could be built for free without much effort or restriction. That was a fair and balanced system. Today, even though the total number of cards has increased, the cost of a full expansions collection for a regular player, with normal luck, has dropped to roughly $15.
Under these conditions, calling the game greedy, predatory, or expensive feels completely out of place.
We're genuinely glad that Hearthstone keeps becoming more welcoming and player-friendly. We're proud that the game is going against the current and resisting modern industry trends.
At the same time, we can't help but worry about how this might affect the game's financial stability. We've never seen a long-term, financially sustainable title with such a generous economy. Perhaps Hearthstone will become the first.
In any case, now is the perfect time to test the game's economy for yourself. Longtime players, in particular, can take full advantage of the current situation, buying the new pre-order bundle and starting to accumulate free resources early for a faster start in the next expansion.
Dear viewers, what do you think?
Do you have any complaints about Hearthstone's current progression system? Do you feel that the game is close to becoming completely free to play?
Let us know your thoughts below and join the polls in your community tab. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to support our content and stay updated.
Traditionally, we want to express our boundless gratitude to our sponsors.
Dear friends, your help is invaluable. We will be grateful for any support.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for spending this time with us. We really hope that we will have the opportunity to get in touch in the next video.
Take care of yourself.
And never give up.
Job's done.